Alrighty, going to, there we go, get everything set up, get everything started. Thinking about running some ideas by people when they come by, so something I'm planning on doing, maybe switching the content up just a little bit. Still do gaming and whatnot, but we might incorporate some other things into the gaming. So what is going on, everybody? We are back live doing a late type stream. I hope everybody had a great Halloween. My Halloween was pretty much the wife recovering. She ended up going to the ER this morning, so yeah. I've just been kind of sitting here chilling. But she ended up going to the ER, got so sick that, oh no, we're not going to jump into a group that's clearing. So we gotta do our mythics on this character, and then we're gonna run all over to the shaman that we got up last night, and I'm going to, wow, is this for real? Okay. All right. Normally I don't have to hold off on a group. We're just gonna run these real quick because I have quests and shit for it. So I might be switching up style of content a little bit. Still gonna do WoW. I did Pokemon Go over on Kick today just to give it a shot. Traction seemed a little bit better. The only problem is I have to actually read chat off of another device as opposed to Twitch and YouTube. I can read it off the same device, so might still do Wild Area on Twitch, but if I end up looking into different OBS solutions, which I'm probably going to start looking into this week, where I can actually multi-stream without any issues, that's probably what we're going to look into. So I might start covering some political shit soon. I'm kind of thinking about it. I'm an independent, for people who know. I'm an independent person. I'm an independent thinker, and I don't subscribe to the political parties. So I will slam, if I hear an idea that's good, I'll give it the, the recognition it deserves. If I hear shit that's bad, I will slam the absolute dog shit out of it. It's just the climate that we live in, sadly. I was like, I need to go switch my transmog because once I get the light one, I'm going to switch to the light one full time. So there's a lot of stuff going on in this country I don't agree with. I've been kind of quiet on it for a while. Kind of had to, the past couple of years, be extremely quiet on it because the climate I was living in was not a good one. We'll do purple pal. Okay. I was living with people that treated my kid like garbage. My son's autistic. I'm autistic. I lived with people like that for a while. Was not happy about it. Was not happy for the fact that my son got treated like garbage. He's 12. My kids, I could never do anything for my kids because I would hear ridicule about it because I was spending money on that, but not people that were undeserving of it. Oh, we're gonna get the Chrono Scholar title. I'm already here. What the hell? Ready. Wait, why am I in normal? The hell am I? Get me out of this normal. The fuck? I got summoned into a normal. Challenge mode. Where's it at? Right there. Why? But my son was treated like garbage. So I'm not entirely happy about that. So essentially, my son's autistic. I'm already here. And he also developed anxiety because this person wants to accept no claim whatsoever. They are a liberal, a far left deranged liberal. Both of them are. She tried to cock her hand back at my son, tried to punch him twice. And I called her out on it the first time, said, you know, my son felt threatened, trying to express, you know, his concern, his feelings. And I was told I was wrong. I was told the way my kid felt was wrong. And my kid was just acting out. He was disobedient. He wasn't toting the line of bullshit. And he's 12, keep in mind. He's autistic, you know, mid-functioning autistic child. They function a little bit differently than most people do. It happens. And my son, for months, full panic mode, was always afraid, was thinking, you know, things were gonna happen. You know, my son didn't feel safe. Let's just put it that way. My son did not feel safe at all. So her response was, he was lashing out. He knew he was moving. He was being disrespectful. He wasn't being disrespectful. I saw it. I couldn't speak most of the time when I was there, because I knew if I told the truth to someone that was a truth denier, I'd never hear the end of it. I would have been told I was delusional. I was going senile. I was told that quite a few times. Y'all heard that a couple times on stream. That that woman kept saying that I was going senile. No, I'm not going senile. I haven't been going senile ever. So that's what was pretty much going on. My son was being treated like garbage. Also, on top of that, my mother was trying to use me and my wife as a checkbook, like she's been using my grandmother. Now, the thing that my sister saw, I started to see about how she was churning through the money, buying whatever. Like the first couple weeks we were down there, they went off and spent $400 off credit cards that they ended up filing bankruptcy on a year later. Like literally, just to buy clothes and shit that they didn't need. And my mother has a closet full of clothes. Keep that in mind. So we moved down there. We get lied to get down there. We were told that we could raise our kids the way we want. We were told that me and the wife could actually go off and do things that we want to do. I could actually get my hernia surgery done. None of that happened. Hell, my mother was trying to step in and act like that she was the only parent that mattered and tried to overrule me constantly. Y'all heard it on the stream. If you go to YouTube and watch some of the older videos from when I was down there, there's quite a few of those where she's trying to argue, and which puts me in the phase of rebuilding once again, because people want shit. What's the way I want to put it? People want something for nothing and want to put no work into it. Now, the thing with me being a content creator, that's work. There's a lot of work involved in it, and eventually this kind of work does have its benefits, does have its perks, and I love it. I love creating content. I love playing games. I just love chilling with people. And to make a long story short, my mother blew through 30 grand of mine and the wife's a little low. All right. Keep in mind, I was trying to be nice and we were doing halves, even though 2/3 of the shit I was buying was theirs. So I was taking their half and applying it to the bills. They made me pay for a refrigerator that my name wasn't on. They made me pay half for it. My mother was trying to get an addition put onto the house and have me pay half for that. Hell, they were trying to charge me more than half their mortgage. I'm not paying it, but my name's not on the house. Sorry. Even though we were told if we got down there, it was half the utilities and that's it. Now, talking to my sister, I found out why my mother was kicked out. My mother decided to do the backstabbing bullshit she was trying to do to my wife. And talk shit about my wife when my wife was at work. My mother my mother did that to my sister. My sister's not one of those to deal with that kind of shit. And she decided to say in an open chat, I had my sister in there, she decided to run her mouth about my sister, and my sister's like, well, if you don't like it, you fuck out. She's like, Grandma's welcome to stay, but you can go. Now, they tried to paint this as my sister complaining about my mother spending my grandmother's money. No, it's my mother tried to be two-faced and cover that shit up with lies just to push a narrative, like she tried to do with me, even though she was the one that couldn't quit spending money, my money. So that's why half the groceries was covering the bills, is because I was spending, when I went out to the store with my mother, anywhere from $300 to $500 on shit. Not all mine either. I think maybe like 150, maybe 200 of it was mine, possibly. The rest of it was my mother's. But I was trying to be nice. I'd go off and bought the dog food after my mother let my dog in the house to attack my aunt, or my Uncle Rick's wife. I'm just going to say that, which is not my aunt. She can go on somewhere. But to attack my Uncle Rick's wife. Normally they call, normally mom checks before they're there to see if anybody's there. Neither happened, but all of a sudden it became somebody else's fault. That's the thing with my mother. Accountability. She can't hold on to it. She can't. Typical liberal. Everybody's fault but yours. Got it. But the mask started to slip with her when I heard that, because me and my sister are different people, all right? The problems that my mother has with my sister are different than mine. But when my mother said these words, the mask slipped, the truth came out. That if me and you are about to end up like you and your sister with our problems, I'm like, but the situations are different. You're spending my money, and you're trying to weasel your way out of it and not paying back. How is this? This is like we're me and my sister. And come to find out, it's my mother being two-faced. She treated my son like garbage, was an autism denier. Straight up, autism doesn't exist. Her words. It's a behavioral problem. My son's being disrespectful. Oh, and the 2 times she tried to cock her hand back and hit my son in the face. One time I was bringing groceries in and the wife saw it. The other time is when she was trying to show him what it needed to be clean in the bathroom. He kept asking questions. She didn't like the questions because she doesn't sit there and she doesn't want to teach anybody anything. She just wants all the shit done. And then she went off to cock her hand back at my son. And I called her out about it immediately. And my grandmother defended my mother twice about it. My grandmother wasn't even fucking. So you really can't deny. You really cannot defend somebody if you're not present. And you're too busy sitting in the chair watching whatever porn shit or whatever MSNBC bullshit you're watching on TV. See, this right here is why I have a problem with liberals. Democrats, I don't have a problem with. Republicans, independents, not a problem with. The far right has its issues. The far left has just lost his fucking mind. She slid right off the cracker. And admit them to the fucking home, they're ready to go. That's how I feel. Because the way my son was treated by a far left liberal that was supposed to be family, nah, we're not doing that. So my son, so that all happened when we were down there. We were lied to. We were being used for money. My mother thought she could spend my money like she was spending my grandmother's. And I was actually starting to see what my sister was saying, that my mother was misspending my grandmother's money. I was starting to see all of that because the way she was trying to spend my money like it was going out of style. All right. Well, fast forward. This story's gonna be everywhere, by the way. So I'm gonna be all over the place with this shit. Okay. This is how it's gonna be. So my son decides. My son has anxiety. And my mother denies the fact that she's the one that caused it, even though his therapist is saying that's what caused it, was her attitude and the way that she was always hypertensive and high strung, like everything was always a battle, and how she was never wrong and everybody else was wrong and she was always right. That kind of mentality is not good for anybody. But me being calm, I wasn't trying to feed into the bullshit. Now I'm ready to rip band-aids off and let shit fly everywhere. Um, so that happened. So she was trying to spend our money. I was trying to save money. She went off on me, melted down when I went off and changed the toilet paper. I got tired of buying Charmin because it's super expensive, so I bought Cottonelle. $10 cheaper, still good. Got wigged out over that, trying to change her way of life because I'm changing her toilet paper. Really? And then I got wigged out on because I bought different types of trash bags that were cheaper. We use Walmart here. They work just fine. So anyways, so that happened, and then my mother never wanted to go see my son's therapist because she said she would look like the bad guy by the therapist. This is her schizophrenia speaking, because I honestly think she's schizophrenic. I don't think she's bipolar. So, what happened was my mother and my grandmother, their therapist is the same person. And usually if you're in the same household, that is a gray area, frowned upon, not ethical. So they decided to talk to their therapist about my spine disability. Keep in mind, I've been applying for disability for years because of my spine. Every time I get rejected because of my age. You know, being 39 has its perks, apparently. And so they end up talking to their therapist about my spine. And her therapist's like, well, if he gets his ID, I can help him get his disability. Now, the fact they talked to their therapist about me and my health problems and disability told me one thing. They were only looking at us like we were a bank account for them to spend from. We didn't move down there. I didn't move down there to help them out. I moved down there to help my grandmother keep an eye on my mother just in case something happened to her. It was never an issue of going down there to help. It was going down there to keep an eye on my mother. All right? That's first and foremost what we moved down there for. I moved down there to get better health care for my wife and my kids. We're gonna hearth out. That's what we moved down there for. All right? We didn't move down there to be someone's fucking piggy bank and be lied to and be used constantly. I ended up paying for half of a refrigerator. Well, I put that back on because it wasn't my refrigerator at the end. I was always told it was my house and my refrigerator, but at the end it was it was nothing of mine. It was all my mother's. That's all I ever heard was her. So I got conned into paying for half a refrigerator. My mother, when I got my taxes back, no lie, what the hell is this? Stack of... Oh, okay. So that's where that came from. General training. So I always heard it was her. Never our. Even though I was told that was my house and my kid's house. But that changed drastically quickly. So, yeah. Okay, so we need to go to Emerald Nightmare. We need to go run that. And then we're going to keep on ranting. Because apparently, ranty sin is the best sin, so... Oh, okay. So anyways, what had happened was, I think we're gonna go Radiant for a bit. Because that's a flex too. There we go. We'll go Radiant for a bit. So we get moved down there. you know, we get pretty much hosed. My mother, the week we got our taxes, spent $900 at BJ's, and proceeded to spend another $1,300 that week. So a total of $2,100 she spent, blew through. So I'm like, okay, that's $2,100 there. Half of that is $1,050. First Thanksgiving there, she spent $700 at Food Line. $700. I'm sitting there kind of, you know, perturbed at the time. Miss Sin just started working a new job, and, you know, I was trying to save, you know, shit going on with the cars. I had to pay for, right around Thanksgiving, I had to pay to get Miss Sin's car out of the shop because they were saying that the engine block re-cracked, and it wasn't due to the deer, when in fact it was due to the fucking deer she hit. It's just those people, fucking communist pieces of shit. So that happens, and that's one reason why I was a little grumpy about spending $800 at Food Line. My mother looks at me and says, "Oh well, that's just how it is." The next year she tries to spend $1,500 on Thanksgiving. That's just for Thanksgiving. That whole entire month she spent about $2,500 to $3,500. But I was supposed to 2/3 go to me and my kids, and then 1/3 of the bill is theirs. It's just my mother trying to weasel her way out of any kind of agreement she makes, because she welches on any agreement she makes. If she doesn't think she's getting ahead on anybody, she doesn't care. So this is literally the fucking problem. I was manipulated to get down there. I was used. I was lied to. And on top of that, my kids were completely mistreated down there. My daughter kept getting compared to my sister. Like saying, if I don't do anything about the way my daughter acts, she's going to turn into somebody that's just like my sister. That's bullshit. You can't compare the two. Ever. Where the hell am I at? Nobody's here yet? Nobody's here yet. Why is everybody in Emerald Nightmare? That was Nighthold, though. That was fucking Nighthold, man. Anyways, so that is essentially what went down while we were down there. Now if you talk to her, it'll get spun a completely different way, because, you know, she's got to be the victim of every story. You know, she's got to be the victim. It's like with my sister, she had to be the victim of that situation. With me, apparently, according to them, victim mentality. Which was not the case. Like, we did what we could while we were down there, then we ended up getting a new vehicle, and things started becoming more expensive, and we couldn't start affording things anymore. We were needed back up here because there's a lot of stuff going on up here. Mother-in-law got her pacemaker replaced. Father-in-law has some spine surgery, back fusion surgery, and it was just easier for me to manage everything being here than being there. So that's why we're here. The environment is better. I will say that it was better than it was 2 years ago. I'm able to do what I want when I need to do it. If I need to go downtown, I could ask the father-in-law for a ride downtown, get dropped off, do Pokemon Go for a couple hours until Miss Sin comes through and picks me up. Like, I have so many more options for content here. I mean, granted, yes, we do a lot of WoW late night, but, you know, why not do WoW late night? Why not do WoW late night, honestly? Love playing WoW. And I like playing other games too. It's just usually I try to show the wife some respect so that way she can actually watch something on TV. Other than me hogging the television. Oh, well. Instead of me hogging the TV, I try to give the wife some television time. I don't really watch TV. TV for me is a tool for content creation. That's all it is. TV is a tool for content creation for me. That's it. Okay, we got eggs hatching. So we did get the... I tried to do my buddy stuff late night. Guaranteeing one of these is not going to be a hundo. Got a Corsola there. No shiny yet. Please let that rat be a hundo. Let's get. $843 looks kind of high. 1206 looks kind of high. This is not a hundo. I can tell you that right now. Nope. 1200. Nope. None of those are hundos. Okay. So basically, we get lied to get down there. We get looked at as a bank account. And then some of the stuff my sister was saying, in which I hadn't spoken to my sister until I moved back. But some of what she was saying is true. My mother has a really bad habit of spending. Hell, before my mother's medicine changed, she would even admit she was bad at spending. She would absolutely admit she was terrible at spending. So, but my daughter and my son deserved better than that bullcrap down there. They deserved better. They were treated like garbage. And everything was like, the dogs were treated. Like everything my kids did, apparently. Everything that happened was my kids' fault. Never, oh, it was the dogs. Most of the time, it was the fucking dogs. Like the time my grandmother's Pokeball went missing. That wasn't the dogs. That was my grandmother. So I bought a auto spinner for my grandmother for Christmas. I bought one for my mother. I bought one for my son even though I had the choice of buying one for my grandmother or my son. I chose my son because he didn't throw his away. Plus it was his birthday too. And so what happened was I was on my way to Columbia one day. Wife had a doctor's appointment. All right, get this. And I get a really weird phone call. I'm on my way to Columbia. Wife's got a sports medicine appointment. And I get this weird phone call. My grandmother. She's calling and asking me, hey, did Moxley, and it wasn't, have you seen my Pokemon? It was, hey, did Moxley walk off with my Pokeball? Right to the accusation of my children. All right, granted, yes, my daughter had this bad habit of taking food and putting it underneath the bed, and I understand why. It's because of the weird food shit that was going on around that house that my kids could not feel like they could actually eat stuff. But instead, they would have to sneak it because anytime they asked for something, they were always told that they could not have it. They were told no. They couldn't have it. So, my daughter would always take food underneath the bed. She took scissors, hit them underneath the bed. So, I get this phone call. Hey, did your daughter walk off with the Pokeball? No. Why do you ask? Oh, my Pokeball's missing. Okay. Are you sure your daughter didn't take it? It always was the accusation of my kids. And I'm like, no, she didn't. Come to find out when we got home, oh, it was connected until we got to the dump. And then when we got to the dump, it disconnected. I'm like, you threw it away. Huh? I took my Pokeball, put it in the mailbox, let them hold my phone while it was actually activated. And then they saw that as soon as I put it in the mailbox, it disconnected. I said, your Pokeball cannot go that far without you being present. So this is a you problem. This is a you threw it in the trash. Now you want to blame my kid. Both my kids are always blamed for shit that they didn't do. Like one time the cat bowl disappeared. My mother tried to blame my daughter when it was actually her fucking dog. The nail in the coffin that really showed me that she cared more about those dogs than she did actual people. A couple days before we moved. Her dog is a spaz. Anytime they leave the house, dog freaks fuck out. Well, dog used to sit there and piss all over my son's bed. All right, I had a problem with that from the jump. All right, that was disgusting. And so right before we moved, dog jumps on our bed because I was not taking that bed. One, I didn't feel like moving it. Two, dog, those dogs, disgusting. I needed something a little more hypoallergenic because I have a daughter that has allergies, especially to those animals. And I didn't need that coming with us. So, my mother's dog gets on our bed, gets on my pillows and pisses all over my pillowcase and all. Straight pisses on my pillow. The fuck? So I'm sitting there thinking, you're letting your dog get away with pissing on my pillow, but it's okay because it's just a dog. Her response was fucked up. Oh, that's because she's doing it because, quote unquote, she likes you. What in the fuck are we talking about here? So we're not going to sit there and discipline or train our animals to do any better. We're just going to let them piss all over them. That's the message we're sending. Well, I mean, they sent that message earlier on when they allowed those dogs to piss all over my son's bed. And it was insanity. Like, anytime those dogs pissed on my son's bed, my mother sat there and told him he deserved it. No bullshit. Like, this shit you just can't make up. And then when she calls me and asks me if I'm coming down for Thanksgiving, and I told her probably not, wife's got a new job, probably going to be busy, not going to have time. And I said, oh, my kids are never coming back down there again because of the treat. I've already made that clear. And then she, again, deflects responsibility for her actions and tries to blame somebody else entirely. You can't make this shit up. You can't. So, and I'm kind of glad we moved when we did, though. I will say that. Because a couple weeks later, after we moved, the whole Charlie Kirk. Now, me, I never agreed with everything. I never agree with anything anybody ever entirely says. But I don't feel like words are worth losing your life over. They're not. And to watch my mother go on Facebook, no bullshit, and call him all these names, and it shows me, one, she's never really watched his content. She's only watched snippets. She's never watched the full content. Like, there are things he said I don't entirely agree with, but that's okay. We're allowed to disagree. That's what society is all about. That's our freedom of discussion. But the thing is, the man got killed for having a debate with people that were different than him, of different mindsets and different backgrounds. He never pushed his ideology on people, but he was willing to have a debate with people and discuss things. And he got killed for it. So I'm kind of glad we moved before that happened, because my mother got extremely fucking toxic. Now, my opinion is this: nobody needs to die over words. The man was sitting there trying to debate people, have discussions. That's it. You know, he held no political standing. He was not a politician. He was just a public personality is probably the best way to put it, and someone that was willing to reach across the aisle and have these discussions with people of different backgrounds and different mindsets. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, back when I was a kid, we were raised to say, hey, debate is good. Debate is something that you should always have. You should always have constructive conversations and debates with people, not let it end in violence. That was the generation I grew up in. So, right after that happens, and I see my mother posting something completely fucking toxic on Facebook, I was glad we moved when we did. She's got TDS. Again, I don't agree with everything anybody ever does in the political space, but I will give Trump his flowers. He's trying to solve problems. And the Democrats, hate to say it, this isn't the Democrat Party from when I was a teenager or a kid that actually looked at blue-collar worker. This isn't the same party. This is a socialist, communist type party. And I will say that with the full confidence of actually being able to say that, because one, it's my given right, it's my freedom, and two, the way that they're acting. They're unilaterally voting to shut down the government because they realized that the Obamacare ACA, and I've always said this ever since it came out 20 years ago, 15 years ago, however long ago it came out, it's failed policy. It made things skyrocket. And they're trying to hold the government at a standstill because, one, the ACA, terrible fucking policy. And if you didn't have a healthcare back then, you got fined. And it was so stupid. You're going to get fined not have healthcare. Now, that just, the reason they fined you is because they wanted more people to buy into their bullshit. And because they were making subsidies off the people enrolling. So if they couldn't get you to enroll and make subsidies off of you, they would get their money one way or another by fining you. Luckily for me, back when that happened, I was low income and I didn't have to worry about any of that. So, but I never filed for it. I'll be honest with you, because I didn't agree with how they shoved the policy through. Not one Republican vote was put on the ACA. It's a democratically owned thing. And then they tried to do the expansion with the tax credits back in 2020 during COVID. And that failed horribly. I mean, they got their tax credits, but it's sunset January 2026. And if they've got to sit there and put subsidies into something that's supposed to be called the Affordable Care Act, it's not affordable, then, is it? Think about it. If you have to put subsidies aside for something that's supposedly affordable, you've got to sit there and make tax credits or kickbacks to these insurance companies. It's not really affordable now, though, is it? No, it's not affordable at all. It's affordable by name, but not affordable by type. So, this isn't the Democrat Party of when I was a kid, when I was a teenager in high school, where the Democrats made sense, Republicans made sense. Now it's Democrats make no sense. Well, I can't say that. The far left of the party doesn't make sense. There are Democrats that are centrist, like John Fetterman, that make perfect fucking sense. He chose party over country. He makes perfect sense. But one thing that has really soured me, and I will say this, my mother being a liberal, which is weird because she was always on the right when I was a kid. And it took my grandmother dating an Obama donor for them to switch. It took my grandmother and my mother moving to New York to live with her uncle to kind of become indoctrinated. That's probably the best way to say it, drinking. But if they think it's okay for them to use people, my mother has gone off and spent hundreds of thousands of dollars with my grandmother's money. I decided to take my kids to a beach trip twice this year. One for Unova tour, which if we got the money, we'll go back again for Callus tour to Myrtle, and another for Go Fest. I really enjoyed doing Go Fest there. I had a blast. I kind of day two kind of led the group a little bit on Gigantamax rates and stuff like that. But we come back from that, and I ordered cables because me and the wife got new phones. My phone charges a little faster, and the wife needed a new cable because hers was kind of starting to fray. I got the Riot Act read to me because I ordered $10 worth of cables off of Amazon, but my mother spends hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars of my grandmother's money on frivolous Amazon bullshit. Yeah, okay. So my grandmother looks at me and says she doesn't have a pot to piss in. She's like, I haven't gone to Myrtle Beach this year. I said, well, it sounds like a personal problem. Sounds like y'all need to save money better. Like, seriously, I was paying half the utilities. I had already prepaid that for almost over a year in advance. And my grandmother says, well, I wasn't part of the negotiations. I said, this wasn't negotiations. This was an agreement between me and Mom Mom has a spending problem. Like, that's the only reason why it got so high. My mother spends way too much. Anywhere from $300 to $500, sometimes $600 a week, my mother was spending. So on the average, if she spent $500 a week, that was $1,000 a month. She was spending $1,000 to $2,500. Now you break down the bills, which were only like $400 and some change, and I paid more than enough of my share of the bills. I paid more than enough of my fair share of the bills, and even prepaid for months in advance. And then my mother decided to get the balls on her while my Aunt Tammy was there, while my aunt, my uncle, and my uncle's wife were there, and sit there and try to bring the village against us because my mother owed me money, but she didn't want to pay it back, so she was trying to weasel her way out of that. Yeah, good fucking luck. I don't ever want to hear her talk about money to me ever again because I'm going to remind her she still owes me over $5,000. And I'm going to tell her I retacked on half of that refrigerator because that was never my refrigerator, even though I paid for half of it. Oh, and the beautiful thing, this will get her in trouble with the government if I ever decided to turn this one over. So when we got there, she wanted me to pay for half of her food stamps in cash, which happened for a few months, and then I just started taking it off of what she owed me. But she wanted me to pay for half of her food stamps in cash. And it was she was getting a little over 200. I was giving her 100 a month for them. Talk about illegal as fuck. See, when the wife and I got food assistance when we were living down there, I didn't charge them for any of it. I didn't charge them for a single fucking thing. Oh, did we get the Chrono Scholar title? We did. Let's see, Chrono Scholar. Yes, we got it. It's got one more title left to get. So I could have been a real scumbag and done the same what she did to me, but I feel like that's immoral to do. And it's unnecessary. So I chose not to do it. And she did that to me for over a year. At first I was giving her cash, I was selling her money. But then after a while I was just taking it off of what she essentially owed me and my wife because she has a spending problem. And she even knows she has a spending problem. She even said that if I let her, my wife, and my grandmother all go to the store at the same time, which has happened a few times, the spending would be absurd, and it was quite a bit. That's why whenever I went with my wife, when I was trying to find a way to cut back non-essential spending, and I was taking my mother to the store, I realized, gee, what if I left my mother home? And I saved $300 a week by doing that, by only picking up what was necessary. Let's see something. We're gonna keep this first pair, the straight haste. So, yeah, like that's the shit I had to deal with for the past 2 years, living in a liberal shithole with a fucking cunt. I'll say it. I hate that word, but sometimes if the shoe fits, wear it. All right, we're gonna need to go to Trial of Valor. And then we're going to hop on the Shaman. See, with the shaman, I'm not going to jump right into mythic because I do want to make sure I have a little bit of survivability. Because we're trying to get the Trial of Valor set. So, but yeah, from time to time, if you hear me sit here and rip on liberals on chat, you'll understand why now. It's because of the shit I had to deal with the past 2 years. And I'm never dealing with it again. Like when I told my mother I was moving, or when I told them I was moving, I got my shit jumped. We got you out of there and blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'm needed there. My reasoning was I'm needed back there. I need to be able to handle crisis situations being there. I cannot do that from here anymore. This is getting to be too much. That was my logical standpoint. My son was going through emotional abuse. My daughter was going through emotional abuse. I was being emotionally abused. And I was tired of dealing with it. I was fucking tired of dealing with it. And I did not want to deal with it anymore. So, we got the hell out. And when Miss Sin basically got boxcarred, you know, something happened like a little over a month before. She was terminated from Dollar General. They waited for her for a month and a half to write her up for it. Day she came home, we went to the store to pick up something. So I think it was trash bags or something like that, so we could start packing shit up. And I looked at her and I said, let's move. Let's go ahead and do it now. Why not? And we packed up our most essential shit and left. Come on, move it. Move it further. If I've got a taunt, I'll do it. And I didn't look back, and my mother acted weird the entire time we were moving. And it was weird, even the mover said she was acting weird. The mover even said she was acting weird. So oh, we got a chest piece we don't need. Awesome. I'm only technically doing this to get the fragmented mementos. Oh, I also need to see what world boss is up today. Surmar. Nizak, the Fallen. Let's see something. Legion Remix. Raids. So we still need to finish that too. Where's it at? I need Nizak, Animus, Calamir. Why can't I get through here? So we need to go do Nizak the Fiend, and then we have 3 more to do. So hopefully it's 3 more days. We'll see. I might actually don the black transmog again. Let's see, do I have it still? Black. Oh no. I don't. I think all I'm missing from that is oh, we're not hitting that boss yet. So, essentially, my kids went through hell after we were lied to get there. My son I honestly think was hit by my mother quite a few times because a couple times I saw her walking through the house and she would swing the back of his head and hit him upside the head. That's not acceptable. It's rare when I lose my temper with my kids. Like with my son, I have to lose it a little bit. I don't lose it that often. When it comes to my son doing chores, like today I asked him to do dishes 4 times. But, you know, I don't sit there and swat them in the back of the head. So. All right, we are done. Oh, we do need to go do Animus. So we're going to port out. Yes. Okay. We got 7 of these to pop. Which puts us at 330 now. Need to do something real quick. I'm gonna put on a temporary black hood. I have the shoulder somewhere. Right here. Take this off. You would think I would favorite these pieces. No, I didn't. I didn't favorite these pieces at all. Thought I would, though. I did favorite that one. Favorited those. Let's go with Chronos or Nether Flame. Like, I know what weapon would look good with the set, but I think we're gonna rock this one for a bit. So yeah, if you hear me go off about liberals, that is why, because the liberal movement makes no sense. The far left movement makes no sense. I should say that. It just doesn't. And I've had to deal with some very toxic individuals for a long time. They've tried to play victim. When the truth comes out, the fact that they were trying to spin that my sister was charging them $400 a month plus other utilities, when in fact my sister didn't charge them anything for the first year. She just wanted them to come home. She only charged them $400 for rent out of a $1,600 mortgage eventually, or $1,600 rent that they were paying. That was after the first year, and then my mother took it upon herself to pay for her own electricity. They never paid for any of the groceries like they did with me. They never paid for any of the groceries. They always bought their own shit, but they would be gladly eat the groceries that my sister was buying. It makes sense because that's the exact same thing that they were doing. And I just won't deal with it anymore, man. I just won't. So that's why I have such a disdain right now for the far left. There's multiple reasons. Some of it is a little bit biased because of the, you know, the left is not the far left is not welcoming. It's very socialist. And my son should not have to suffer because my mother wants to be an emotional piece of shit. Let's see what I think Anna Moose is over here. Let's see if I'm getting near it. Or is it up top? I think it's up top. It's down below. Maybe there's a separate way to get there. So I'm glad to be gone from there. I'm glad my kids are no longer suffering. Why is this so hard to get to? Well, yeah, my son decided to send a text message to my grandmother about my mother saying, fuck grandma such and such, and I'm like, do I think he should have sent that? No. But do I feel like he's entitled to say that? He has a right. He has a right. I mean, he was done dirty. Oh, we're gonna help out this very nice person real quick. What is that? Who is he attacking? Assassination rogue. Okay, cool. You don't see those very often. But eventually there will be podcasts coming out. There will be probably me video content based around calling out bullshit going on in this world. But yeah, like, underneath the last president, he didn't do shit. I mean, the only thing he did one thing I agree with, and he removed hospital bills off credit reports. Needed to happen. The student loan debt forgiveness, I'm 50-50 on that, where that should go. What the fuck? Failed. Oh, gotta love when that happens. So what we gotta do is walk out of here, turn around and walk back in here. because this one keeps doing that. So we're gonna wait for that to fade out. What I might do is hop back up top, fly away, and then fly back in, because that's usually how this works. I wanted to do, what was it? I wanted to do the Garbodor Gigantamax Day, but I think I'm going to refrain from doing it because my wife is sick technically, and I want her to get better before Wild Area. So, and she's supposed to be technically starting a job. If she doesn't get the one at Saoirse, not Hershey, but Saoirse, she's supposed to be starting a job on Thursday for Millennium Vacay Pokemon, where she's going to be doing stuff with trading cards and working in one of their factories. So which is 2 on 3 off, 3 on 2 off. Okay, so we need to fly out and then fly back in. Okay, and then we fly back in. So, yeah, that's why I have a huge grievance. You know, like I said, it's not, some of it's policy related, like the fact that they tried to sneak into the bill to give $2 billion in funding to undocumented people from this country for SNAP. That's a little fucked up. But, you know, they're politicians. It's what they fucking do. Sleight of hand, magician, parlor tricks. That's what they do, man. It's all fucking parlor tricks with these people. And the thing is, some of these people have been in there 30, 40 fucking years, and they should not still be there. They really shouldn't. Like, term limits. Get these fuckers out. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do, by the way. Set of the hood. Eye patch. I feel like the eye patch is more deserving for this set. Okay. Now I know with the shaman, yeah, that looks better. I know with the shaman, I'm going to be looking to do normals and heroics, like for now. Wait a minute, black one. Sorry, that's more fitting for the set. Get it all sentimental. All right. What quests? All right. Remade groups, raids, legion, and we are looking for... Why not? Oh, whoops. What's going on? Thank you for the follow, Desi. I don't have anybody to Discord. I know. No, thank you, man. Damn. Yeah, we decided to level up Orc Shaman because I didn't have one of those. We got it up in like 2 hours last night thanks to Mashi. That was fucking awesome. I mean, I could rock that, or this set here. Might eventually rock this set again. Looks better on an Orc than it did might look better on a it doesn't look that great on a Draenei. I was thinking Night Elf Shaman, but no, that's not a thing. Now 14 has been doing something kind of interesting here lately. They're removing class level, job and level restrictions on their transmog coming next patch in December. I hope they just fix their story, because I couldn't put myself through 7.0. I couldn't. 7.0 was just complete bullshit. Such bullshit. I don't expect, with us doing normal, for this shit to live. Mythic, on the other hand, especially Trial of Valor, I want to get beefed up a little bit, because I want to get the armor. Haven't decided what cloth wear I'm going to level up next, because I need to get the cloth set too before it's all said and done. I also need to hop on retail, and we need to hit up eventually the whatchamacallit, the delve question mark to your boss. We'll probably do that at some point this week. I heard that's just mechanics and surviving and doing the fight right. That's all it is. That's instead of being a DPS check like the last two kind of were. Well, no, the first one was. The second was a DPS and mechanics check. And this one's just a straight mechanics check, so. But we need to get it done before January, actually. Shit, we're like 2 months away. Wait a minute, let's look at the artifact weapon. Right click. Okay. Wait a minute. It's a blue one. Which one am I using? The Prestige of the Amani is what I'm using. And I should be using Relgar's Legacy. Okay. Which one's that one? Should be only one. Ooh! Okay, that happened. Should be a 1. That's it. Right? Yeah, that's it. So the other one's for Relgars. That looks good. That looks cool. Yeah, the yellow looks alright. Yep. All right. Hell. Oh, there's a bunch of people in here leveling too. Okay, cool. I kind of want to save Trial of Valor Mythic for last. Gotta get some leech gear. The leech gear would definitely keep me alive. No. Oh, Artifactium Sand. Need that to upgrade my weapon. We're at 480 right now. Okay. Why? Cancel. Sets. Two. Save. Why? God damn it.
Let your fates be bound together. I must concede.
See something. I had a kill. There it is. See.
The gates are breached. Sorry we couldn't join you sooner, but we had a bit of a mess to clean up out front. Our seas are fortifying our position here. Calista, your guidance has been invaluable to our champion so far. They'll rely upon your
Ooh, more artifactium sand. Better shoulders. You got boots apparently too. Let's go. I probably should start saving these up when my artifact gets up there in the 600s. God damn it. I'm not doing bad. I'm just not doing crazy damage though. Sinful Void could be my shaman. We're trying to think what I'd name my warlock.
Run out.
Whoops.
Shockwave.
Remains much to
There we go.
closer. I need to target something first.
I foresaw your coming, of course. Dread to thank the legend of this force. A desperate attempt to stop the victory. My people faced a similar dilemma.
Three pieces of artifactium sand.
I cannot use that item yet.
578.
I require a target.
Watch your step. Begin. Begin. Watch your step.
Oh, burn.
Begin.
Another thing I might get back into is GTRP. We might do heroic since we're here.
Have you forgotten your human?
Mythic, I kind of want to save for when I get all the other ones done. Mythic Trial of Valor, we're saving entirely. It'll be great for the AP, or IP. I'm trying to call it artifact power. See something? Elemental. Legion Remix. We want 1 Brewing Storm, 2 Terror from Belows, and 2 Touch of Malices. Got it. All right.
Let
See.
the end game begin. You will not stop
Watch
the
your
ritual.
step.
Storage for Sargeras.
Flame jet.
Bow with thee.
Watch your step.
I do not have a target. Rid me of these pests.
Doing some decent damage.
Flame jet.
Kill them in my master's name. This must be made ready.
Watch your step.
Ashes of I require a target. Heroes. The ritual is upon us. But first, I'll indulge myself a bit and finish you. Never escape my
4, 3, 2, 1.
no more distractions. Surrender. We can't stop him. I know it. Time to return. I need to target something first. Deny the Legion's master a host.
Hmm. Let's see. I think it's 2 Terror from Belows. A 2 Terror from Belows and 2 Touch of Malices. Got it. We're gonna try to run this on Heroic next. Night hold Heroic. Yeah. What's going on? Again, yeah, I don't add anybody to Discord. You're the same person. Message me other Lamid. So don't add anybody to Discord. I don't know, but thank you for follow. That's literally Desi Alex literally said the same thing you just did. So if I don't know you, I don't add you. That's how it goes. Oh, hell yeah.
This is a momentous day.
More moats. Why the fuck did I do that?
No outsider was permitted inside the corridors of the Night for 10,000.
Hell, I might try to pump Mythic while I'm here.
I am out of range. I do not
Now
have a
the fate
target.
of my life rests in the hands of outsiders, all of you, to save us from the terrible bargain we right away.
I require a target.
Why defy that which devours all things?
Shamar Dalaros! I have no idea how such an entity came to be.
My eyes
The time lock is broken. They are free.
No doubt our forces will be disoriented. I will inform
far
them
away.
and see that they make ready to resume our assault.
I need to target
From
something
here, we have
first.
access to the palace grounds. We can open the gates from the inside.
I am out of range. I do not have a target. Filthy. No tracking blood everywhere!
So we get out of this.
Guards are just ahead. You'll find them even more heavily defended than the lower levels.
I have 88 gloves. Put them on. Leech, crit. Yep.
I must get closer. I need to target something first.
I let you strike first, and that's the best you can
Too
do?
far away.
You cannot hope to match my
to liberate Suramar is joined. No more must our resistance hide in the shadows.
The gates are breached. Sorry we couldn't join you sooner, but we had a bit of a mess to clean up out front.
Let's go.
Our seas are fortifying our position here. Calista, your guidance has been invaluable to our champion so far. We'll rely upon your wisdom in the battles ahead.
The people of Suramar owe these heroes a debt we can never repay. I will stand with them until the end.
I'll keep an eye on your progress. Good luck.
The Stray's bodies are superior to, well, everyone. I confess, I enjoyed seeing them murdered.
Suramar owes its beauty to my rules. I alone have mastered the delicate intertwining of magic into nature's grand cycle. How dare you disturb my pristine gardens!
I must get closer.
The sun warms. Careful not to singe the buds. Burn! Not to stand against the free primal forces that are bitten. Harvest.
So the palace returned to the south.
What can I say? He took his job seriously.
Release. How mount is that? That's a cool looking mount.
Incompetent mortals. These night wolves can't even defend their own houses from me. If it were you think getting past that real power means you can stand against the true son of the Legion. I could not have a target. Win.
In the Third War, Titanius fell in battle against Illidan's storm. I think the demon hunter's spear was key, but the Dreadlord has met another painful end.
Shockwave.
That was the Tyrian fall. Grosus may not have struck the killing blow, but he played a part in our great champion's fall.
Shit. That's fire. I mean, I could essentially do Mythic, but at that point it'd just be a fucking carry. Avoidance, speed. Okay. We'll go with it.
Your timelines end here.
Begin. Begin.
You exist in but a single moment. I am far less limited.
Watch your step. Begin. Begin.
Time shifts again, and your doom draws near.
Watch your step. Begin. Begin.
Time is slipping away. It's not possible.
Got some boots.
The heroes have arrived. So persistent, so confident. But your arrogance will be your undoing. Have you forgotten your humiliation on the broken shore? How your mighty war chief was stuck in a valley like a helpless piglet? Will you die slowly as he did, consumed by fell corruption and squealing for a merciful end? Your pathetic all will fall to dust. In the end, death will inherit this world, and she will be waiting. The hearse of Gilda will prove the ideal vessel for my master and together we will watch your world burn. Let the game begin.
Okay.
You will not stop.
Watch your step. Jet. Watch your step. Flame jet.
All right.
Watch your step.
The ritual is upon us.
I got 238 already. Shit. My remix ability. I didn't even see it. That's right there. Didn't I just... Yeah, those are wrists.
Lucky do's and loop. May your feet find good trails.
It is not ready yet.
All right. Head back to the bazaar. go turn in some quests.
There is more than one way to solve any problem.
Oh.
Our paths cross last. Remember, some rules are meant to be broken.
Wait a minute.
There is more than one way to solve any problem. May your possibilities be infinite.
All right, we're going to Emerald Nightmare. I have a feeling this guy's like probably like super duper fucking geared. Oh hell yeah.
To serve faithfully as God free, only to be perverted into a keyboard corrosion.
Target something first. I require a target.
I might start doing this on my pally for people. Crap, I was supposed to do something. See.
I have faced the nightmare before. Never has it had so thoroughly stranglehold. It hungers, desperate to see its corruption. Not let its whispers seduce you into madness.
Shit.
From each of these pathways, palpable evil emanates. Choose a course, and know that I will stand with you.
All right, let's go. Accept. All right. Apparently, I forgot to do that. Damn.
Oh, son, how cruel fate. Cleansed of the nightmare once before, only to become its victim yet again. Some words never true. May you find peace at last, old friend. What manner of foul creature is this? It seems
All right.
to unleash its corruption
Infernal.
from the spirit of the torn people must not fall prey to the nightmare.
Let's go.
None for you! Only gushing blood and broken bodies! Scream for me!
Horror is this. A tumor of nightmare infecting a world tree. Here in the reflection of the Titan's cold lips. This seed takes hold. The roots of its infestation will find their way into the heart of Azeroth. Nightmare will devour our world, claiming everything. Everything! This must not come to pass!
I need to target something first.
All right.
my Shango could play any part in its corruption. I must see with my own eyes what horrors have befallen the Steel your hearts against the darkness, heroes.
Let's go.
The impurity must be cleansed.
4, 3,
Is there you, Father? Yes, Solaris. We are here to save you. It is done. Hold your weapons. It's to see the truth. Davies waits ahead in the rift of our true heart. Would that I could fight at your side. My bond, the emerald green, gives me great power, but it also makes me vulnerable in this dark. Here inside and know this to be true. Should I step within, I would be lost, just as Solaris was. Go, destroy the Nightmare Lord. Only this way can the dream be restored, and Azeroth be
I
saved.
need to target something first.
Must put an
I
end
do not have a target. I require a target.
I kicks are twisted.
I must get closer. I need to target something first. I require a target. I do not have a target. I need to target something first. I require a target.
There we go. Yeah, if you're a motherfucking bot, you know, going somewhere, I ain't dealing with that shit right now.
I need to target something first. I do not have a target. I need to target something first.
The nightmare has corrupted dragons, gods, and legends.
Embrace the dream. It can save you. Embrace the dream.
My word, no! I will not permit it! No! I will not permit it!
Hero,
Champion!
have all been here. Nightmare has long been
I already did Heroic Nighthold, or I would stick around.
overwhelmed Azeroth. Your triumph restores the dream. Seek God's will. The allies have seen. This road at least is closed today.
We're gonna set our Hearthstone to here. The Unbound. What? Oh. I have that title, shouldn't I? Might not. Okay. Might level up priest next now. When Void Elf Demon Hunters drop, that's what I'm waiting on to level up my ex Demon Hunter as a Void Elf. So we're not doing any of the current races because I have a feeling Void Elves will be able to be made soon into Demon Hunters. So it's technically a new race, the Hardenier's coming up, but a new class combo. New class usually comes out. This time it's just Void Elf Demon Hunters. Oh, keep them real quick. Oh. Was that a human or a... I have that, don't I? Yeah, I do. Caught to my microphone. The egg pool's gonna change on Tuesday, so... Alright. So if I see the one for West Raleigh come up, I'm probably going to RSVP to that one because I would like to try that one out. Because I've not ever seen the West Raleigh community. I've seen the Wake Forest community. They have pretty good community, so. Someone got really lucky during this event. They not only did get a Shundo, Gengar, but Teddy Ursa, Noibat, which I never saw, Rufflet, Pikachu, and Punkaboo. What in the world? How many people are in the queue? Oh.
I do not have a target.
For once, I'm on the choo-choo ride. Let's go. How did I not get pants yet? This is crazy.
Defense protocol. I will stand before
target changed.
All right, let's go.
Intellect launch.
All right.
One battle remains. One final conquest to complete the grand design.
Oh, not one.
Our paths cross at last. Meet again. That item is still recharging.
All right.
Change is good. Time is set in sand, not stone. Question everything.
Let me see something real quick. Hmm. Mhm. So yeah, I think I'm going to call it here for the night. We have been live for 2.5 hours. Got some good remix stuff done. I want to gear this character up a little more before we try Mythic Trial of Valor. I think I'm going to get it to like around 50-ish. So that'll give me some survivability so we can get that transmog set, and then we're going to work on a priest. So yeah, I'm out for the night. I might do some Pogo stuff today. I'm not sure. I might jump right into this. I do have to go out and pick up some things today, so like I want to try to go out and do the Garbodor thing or Garbodor thing, but I just don't see that happening today with everything going on. So yeah, catch you guys in the next stream. Please make sure you follow me over on TikTok, tiktok.com/SonovaTV /@SonovaTV, X at x.com/@SonovaTV. YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. Helps the channel a ton, helps the channel grow, and lets YouTube know that I'm doing the right thing. And Kick, Twitch, follow, turn on notifications so that way you know first when I go live. If I end up getting verified on Kick, I'll be done with Twitch. So, yeah, catch you guys in the next stream. Peace.